Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy from With Love by Amy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are making a card that was inspired twofold, I guess, by Laura Fedora, and she made a card that was inspired by Naomi Kegel. And here's what my card looks like, and here's the inspiration from Laura Fedora. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the word window punch and punch out a whole bunch of different colors, different shades of different colors. And then here, when the paper gets too small, I'm going to stick a Post-it note on it so that I can still reach the punch and punch it out appropriately. When I use my scraps up, I really want to make the most of them. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep the scraps. So we are going to continue punching with all the different colors that I'm trying to use 4 different shades of each color so that the card will have variation in it. So, all right, I spared you the boredom of watching me punch all 6 different colors. And now for the sentiment, we're going to make a placeholder square, and we're checking to see if the sentiment fits on there. It's from Paper Tray Ink. We Go Together. It's a very old stamp set, so probably not available anymore, but obviously you can use whatever stamp you have, because I'm all about using what's in your stash and not trying to buy a whole bunch of stuff. So we are going to set this all up, arrange it in whatever fashion you want, because it's not even really like rainbow order. It's just however you feel the colors look best. And this took a very long time for me to do. Like, honestly, there was 45 minutes of footage when I started editing. That was very overwhelming to have to edit down 45 minutes into something that was reasonable to watch. So my thought process is, as I'm doing this, that I'm going to use Press and Seal, which I just bought a brand new box of because I ran out of the stuff I had before. I'm going to use Press and Seal to adhere it down. There's my Press and Seal. And I'm getting a big enough piece of Press and Seal. However, watch what happens here in just a moment when I put the Press and Seal down. I didn't account for this. Static, it moves all of the pieces down there at the bottom. And also, I guess maybe I haven't used Press and Seal enough to realize that it's not as sticky as I recall the last box being. Look at this. Watch when I peel this paper off. Yeah, it didn't freaking stay. I'm so frustrated. So basically, I'm going to have to manually re-put these on here in the right spot on the Press and Seal. I am going to use foam tape here to pop up some of them. My thought was that I was going to use foam tape on the ones that would be entirely on the card, not partially off the card. So that's what I'm trying to do. However, I guess I needed some sort of thought on how I was going to make sure it went back in the same spot that I had it before. Because when I put the card on there, on the card panel on there, it was not in the right spot and everything didn't look the same. So I should have drawn corners or something on the Press and Seal, I guess, with a marker. That would have probably been helpful. If anybody has any suggestions on how I could have done that better so that the card would have lined back up exactly the way that I had it initially, drop them in the comments below, because that was definitely a pain point for this card, because it did not look the way I initially arranged it. But I think, see, yeah, there's me like trying to figure out which direction I had it. Obviously that's not it, because all those that I have there were on the cardstock. And look at this mess. So yeah, we're going to try to fix it the best we can. Yeah, definitely should have figured out some way to make sure that the card panel was in the same spot. Do I think it's a cool looking card? Absolutely. Was it very fussy and fidgety? Absolutely as well. So yeah, here we are. It's, like I said, very fidgety because it didn't, the Press and Seal didn't make it as flawless as I had hoped. All right, well, I'm fidgeting and stuff here. I'm going to talk about what I made this card for. So this card I created for the hop called Team Tiny, and it is a hop of a group on Facebook that is for YouTubers that have 1,000 subscribers or less. And we are all trying to grow our YouTube channels. So once a month we post a card and someone decides the theme of it. And this month was scraps. So these were all out of my scraps drawer. So I hope it fits the bill. It's not exactly like the description that they gave of using scraps, but I kind of like my interpretation here. So if you have a small YouTube channel and you're interested in joining, I will leave the link to the Facebook group in the description box below so that you can join us next month. It is a fun hop, and I appreciate the challenge, and I like that, it brings people to your YouTube channel by the hashtag. And all right, so back to the card. Here we are, just trimming off all the excess. I'm using, I don't even know what scissors I'm using there. It works best to do this, I know, with scissors that have like a long blade on them. So the little honeybee scissors wouldn't work so great for this. But I was trying to be very careful on that corner with the blue one that you just saw that was barely on the corner. I did cut one corner and then I cut the other corner just so it would not make a mess of it. All right, and we are going to heat emboss the sentiment in white. So I'm using my cottontail tool. I think that's what it's called. And we are using that sentiment from Paper-Trey ink. And we are going to use VersaFine or Versamark ink. And that is, I don't even know what. It's just white embossing powder. And because I made all the little strips rounded edges, I rounded the edges of the corner, the sentiment square. And here's the finished product. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I appreciate it so much. Have a great day. Bye.